Hello, my name is Wesley Jacobs. I'm the founder of Apollo Medical Travel, and I'm sitting down with my friend Victor, who has been going through procedures in Los Algodones, Mexico, for what, 10 years now?
Nearly 10 years.
Nearly 10 years. He's got a really profound experience through his journey, and we want to interview him today to see just how much coming down to Los Algodones and getting your teeth done can change your whole perspective on life. So, Victor, would you mind telling us a little bit about your condition maybe 15 years ago? Let's start there.
15 years ago, I was working for Marriott in Orlando, Florida. I lost about 50% of my teeth due to poor hygiene as a child, I guess, and it was starting to affect my physical, mental, emotional performance at work. I worked for Marriott Vacation Club. I was in timeshare sales, and I could no longer perform well in my job because my persona was affected in my presentations. I was losing teeth, I was losing confidence, I was losing faith in who I was as a person, and I was researching online on what to do about it, and I came across Los Algodones and as a resource for dental work, and everybody called me crazy. They didn't want to go to Mexico for dental work, and I thought I'd give it a shot. And I came down, and they did a diagnosis of my work, and it was a lot of work that I needed to get done. But essentially, here I am many years later, and I'm a walking advertisement, but I'm a believer in dental hygiene. Through dental hygiene, my life has changed dramatically, spiritually, emotionally, physically. But I would never have imagined that 15 years ago necessarily, or even 20 years ago. I had a bunch of implant work done in the States about 20 years ago. And I spent so much money. I spent $30,000, $35,000, $40,000 on an implant, and not just a lot of dental work in the States. But when my dental hygiene was failing, I knew I needed to do something. When I came down here, the doctors down here were so, receptive to my condition. And I gave it a chance, and here I am many years later, and given the opportunity, I'm truly blessed to be here to share my experience, and to be even offered the opportunity to interview for this experience. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, we're very happy to interview you, and I just want to get to explore your journey that led you down to Mexico. What brought you about the idea of traveling to Mexico for your dental care?
I was at the end of my rope. It was affecting, my dental work was affecting me in so many ways. The infections that I had in my teeth was affecting my mental ability to perform well at work, was affecting my ability to be who I was, and I knew I needed to do something about it, but I couldn't afford to get it done in the States. It was in the tens and 20s and 30s and $50,000 range, and I just okay, I just can't do it. And I've always been a believer in what I do and in my profession, but I just felt my health overall declining dramatically, and I just took a leap of faith. I just, jumped on a plane, came down here. They said, you have nothing to lose. I spoke to Frank, one of the counselors that schedules the visits down here. And they said, you have nothing to lose. Come down, we'll do a diagnosis and see what you think. And I said, I'll take that leap of faith. I did it, and I can't say enough about how transforming it's been in my life. Because if it weren't for the dental hygiene that I have today, I just wouldn't be here. I'd be dead. Absolutely 100% added 20, 30, maybe 40 plus years of my life, optimistically. But easily 20, 30 years to my life through this experience. And I can't say enough about it. This is not an infomercial, not a paid source here in any way, shape, or form. I can just tell you that if you keep your dental hygiene in check, it will change your life. And cost has a lot to do with it. But it also changed me in many ways, because physically, once I could get my dental hygiene in check, I felt so much better as a person, in the way I approach my clients and the way I approach my life. It just gave me a greater sense of confidence, and it just sounds like a commercial.
It sounds like it's almost too good to be true. But, you know, you look at you today, you're 59 years old, you don't look, a day over 50. You look incredible, you sound incredible, and you're talking about running half marathons with your son, you're talking about beating him on the slopes. Triathlon, excuse me. And it got canceled due to the coronavirus, but you're running, you're improving your fitness, you're skiing, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. And it's so profound to hear these stories.
Well, I believe that I read an article probably about 20 years ago that if your dental hygiene is right, your health is right. And if it's off, your whole life has to do with your dental hygiene. I never believed it until I've gone through what I've gone through. It's painful. There's pain involved in getting reconstructive surgery done. I'll be honest. But the whole no pain, no gain thing is a wonderful blessing in my life, because it's what I feel when I run with my wife after 5 miles. It's what I feel after any kind of physical exercise or cardio exercise that I get. It sucks getting up in the morning. It sucks doing physical exercise. It sucks doing cardio. But it's such a blessing afterwards, because it makes you realize that you're such a better person. You feel so much better after you've done it. So just the first step is everything. And that leap of faith is everything. I can't say more about it, that it's been life-altering in my life. I would be 6 feet under, I want to say because of Sandy, but I'll say it contributed to it, because they say, because I had a father-in-law that died from periodontal disease recently, because and he was in his late 70s. And it's sad to see somebody die from their dental disease when they could have done something about it. And had they known, had they been open-minded about the options of coming to Mexico for dental work, he'd be here today with us. And it makes me sad, because it's one of the people I miss every day of my life. And so I'm fortunate. But I know if I don't keep my dental hygiene in check, I will die. I will die. And I'm here today, and I'm going through a lot of pain and suffering here this week, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And the blessing is that a fraction of a fraction of a fraction that I mentioned, of a fraction of the cost. And with the most professional people, the people who care, who are perfectionists to another level I can't even describe, that are so experienced I can't even describe. So I would say, again, not paid advertising, get over any inhibitions you have or fears you have about dental work in Mexico, and just give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. Come down for a consultation and see what you think, and then decide from there. Because it saved my life, and maybe it will save your life. And again, that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me and sharing your experience. I hope that people will be able to get over that fear of crossing the border for their health, and getting over the idea that you have to choose between your financial well-being and your health, or you have to go without. And we want to present Mexico as this option, this opportunity to have both your financial health, your well-being, and your life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it.